Hi, welcome back to the vision board that I created using mindfulness and the second update for 2026. So, the goals I had originally produced from my vision board were to be more active, to get more speaking engagements, and to offer my programs just in general. So, the speaking engagements, that I haven't really done anything new with that, but I feel like because I had the one for January, which I did earlier this week, and that one's completed, and I wasn't expecting that, that I'm kind of putting that one off until probably March, where I'll have to book something for April. Although that might just happen organically because I do have some feelers out. So that one's I'm not really actively working on. Offering my programs, I have been doing that more. So there is in February a mini retreat that I'm collaborating with a yoga teacher. Her name's Carrie, and she's awesome. And we've put that registration out, and we already have 2 people booked for it, which is so exciting. And then I've been working with Eva, who's a nutritionist, and she's awesome too. And we're working on a collaboration together. So we're still in the beginning stages of that, but our hope is to have that out for sometime in March or maybe April. So we're working on it, and these things take time because, we want it to be beneficial for anyone who does join. And then I'm working with Neelam, and she is an awesome coach who is in the UK, and we're working on a webinar together to support people with chronic pain. And that we're making a lot of progress on, and we're hoping to offer that for the end of February. Although, we're kind of open and, being kind of free about that timeline too. So regardless, I've got some things in the works. I've also completed the registration form for Clarity Movement. So a webinar through that should come up, and I'm not sure when. I'm still waiting for them to respond. And yeah, so there's, a lot of balls in the air, and it's great. I know the last time I was doing my update, my mood was very low, and I'm not gonna lie, it's up and down like a toilet seat. One day, I feel fine, like today's a good day. Yesterday was up and down. But there's a lot of things going on in life beyond my vision board and beyond my goals. And so I've been really sitting with those feelings and really allowing myself to feel and honoring what my body has been saying to me. And for that, I think, although it takes a lot longer to go through the process, that's okay. I feel stronger, even though during it I was feeling pretty weak and really, there were times when I was putting myself down, but I went back to my self-compassion practice and my meditation practice and really being mindful and really working through all the feelings that I've been having. And like I said, I don't know what an hour from now will bring, or even tomorrow, but I know I have the skills to keep going and be resilient, and for that I'm grateful. So I feel like that is part of the goal that I've been working on, or that I discussed through my vision board, was to explore my spirituality more. And I feel like that's sort of helped, like I've been doing that by sitting with these feelings, by, contemplating life and all the stuff. I know that sounds very general. It feels bigger than me, if that makes sense. And so I feel like I've been exploring that goal before I even knew I was exploring that goal. So, um, publishing my book, I'm not quite there yet, but I did work on it last week, which was, although it was on my list of things to do, I wasn't sure I was going to get to it because of my low moods and my low energy. But I did one small update to it, and that was enough for now. And I'll work on it when I work on it. Looking into wellness conventions, I haven't done anything with that. Actually, that's not true. There is one that I sent out a message to earlier this month. So I'm just kind of like, that one's in limbo, trying to wait and see if I'll be a part of that. And moving came out of my vision board, and that might happen, but it might not. I'm not quite sure where we're going with that. I believe I said when I was doing that I put it on there because it was a possibility that could happen, and I felt like I just wanted to be prepared for it. So I think that is that for all the goals that I've been working on or thinking about. I haven't come up with any new ones, but that could change over the year. In fact, I hope it does, because I'd like to bring in some new goals. I like to have variety. I don't like to be stuck sitting doing the same thing over and over. But who knows? It'll be an interesting journey, to say the least, to see where we are in 6 months and 8 months and 10 months from now. Did my goals change, and in what way did they change? Actually, now that I'm saying that, a new goal did come up, and it's in regards to looking for full-time work. This was something that I had been playing with a little bit last year, thinking about going back to work and getting a full-time job, but I wasn't quite ready, and I wasn't sure why. But from that point to now, I feel really good about going in and getting a full-time job working for someone else, because I have the foundation of my business set and ready to go. I know what I'm doing, and I know how to keep that running in the background, even if I'm working for someone else. So I feel really good about that, and I'm looking forward to that journey. So hopefully in 2 weeks I will have an update on that. But you never know. The job market has been tough for a lot of people, and we'll just wait and see. But I'm excited, and I feel like this is the right path to be on. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working full-time and doing my business part-time. So I think that's it. I think I've rambled on quite a bit, and so far I feel like my vision board is very helpful. It's keeping me on track. It's, just keep looking at it, and doing these updates is really helpful to keep me on track, keep me accountable. So if you are doing something similar, having a vision board that you created mindfully and that you're looking at daily or weekly, I'd like to hear in the comments from you how it's going, what kind of goals you have, and maybe even any challenges you're coming up against. Until next time, wishing you peace and talk to you later.